Okay. Hello everyone. We are back again. Actually, we got disconnected due to some technical issue or network issue. Let's just check. Are we back again or we have been connected? Just checking. Disconnected. Some technical issue. Okay. It's also audible. Fine. Let's start. Okay. Got. I don't know why. It's got disconnected due to some issue. So here we are back again, and what we have figured it out is this. We figured it out, uh, and let's start. Okay, active. Okay, so open, close. Okay, so is it in active tab, active index null, attach events. Okay, attach events. Okay, uh, last time we have attached events, so let's have attached the events, and we have a function which add event event. Let's, this time we are using the add event, okay? And we are event add event. So what it is say, uh, does it needs to find something? Add event, right? This event will when the user event flow is when user clicks event allocations, event find button and compare with the active tab. Close the current tab and open new update the state. Okay, this was the flow we should follow. So let's follow that. What we have this here. Okay, hi Sal, welcome back to our session. So we are practicing today's the tab component and trying to create it. So like this, we are in the last session we have worked about for the FAQ component, which is something we also call the accordion. Now we are working on to the tab component, how we are going to create a tab component, and we will be having a similar kind of a feature functionality that we have been seen in the FAQ, but it's little bit different. Now we have a multiple buttons, and it has also rendering some data informations. So having similar kind of feature, but let's try and do a attempt for this thing. Okay. Yeah, we have been added this thing. And we are trying to moving forward. Let's do the question. So, okay, now we have been added the button also, and now we are doing to this thing, add event to post. Okay, so let's have a button first of all. When we let clicks, which will be clicks, document dot event listener, not just like this. So we're having the three different right? Just see what we are having here. Today we are facing some issue with the live. Okay. So our viewer has asked Sahil, who is regular to us, and yeah, we're loving that thing. Can I ask you what good this studying when AI can do all this and more in couple of tokens? What a genuine answer. Yeah, AI is doing perfectly fine with the far better thing. Just this thing, what we are doing practice session is for our betterment because we have a capability to understand what is the doing the AI. We will surely using the AI to create the UI, create the website and all the features that we want. But when it's given the output, we will be doing the testing, right? We will be testing and check sure it is working or not. Apart from testing, we are also check the data of the code which has been implemented. Is it perfectly implemented? Is it over engineering or over optimized or it's under optimized? Can it be more a simple way to do rather than doing with a complicated? Because AI will be do whatever when you told to create. create me a website, it will be great. But how you are going to train it, how you are going to give a direction, you have a capability in your hand. So in that manner, you have to understand what is the he has been working. How does the code has been implemented? How does he has written the code? So that roadmap you have in the mind yourself, and it will become only then when you know how the things are working and what code has been written. Currently, I've been also working with some AI tools. Whenever it's pasted tons of lines in the code in just for few seconds, I'm little bit take time more to understand what is this, because what are the function and how it's working. I do reverse engineering in that, try to implement, try to understand. If you're not doing that, you will be facing little more issue there. So we are just having a introductions and understanding how the system design had the perfect, because the industry is moving forward to the fewer new rules. Certain new rules I've been hearing about is forward deploy engineering. This is a great stuff, which is rather investing in the coding and other stuff. You can more focus on the actual problem, which is a better thing. Yeah, we have a more complexity. We can understand how we can solve a real world problem. So, and there we have understood what directly going to the clients and understand their requirements, and we can solve this issue using the AI. That's a fast thing. Have you heard about the forward deploy engineer, FDE? If you have something related to data, share me in the comment section. I will more interesting to know about the things if I didn't know something facts or other than this. So this was a genuine answer that I have, and I'm also for more moving forward with that only. So yeah, let's get to back to him. Okay, so what we are, and one more thing, here we are not just doing the syntax related thing. It's nothing related to coding, it's nothing to syntax. It's more focusing how we are re-engineer ourselves. It's not about the create element syntax, what we have append feature method we are having. We are trying to simplify, understand how we are going to click. If a button is click, what is happening behind the scene? How does this request goes to this? So like this stuff we are trying to understand. Okay. Uh, yes, if already needs a communication also along with the coding as a we are working with the client, working on the pain point using AI. Yeah, that's it. That's a good thing. Yes, I yeah understood. And let's back to our problem statement we are having, and let's solve this. So okay, we have been rendered the successfully, and we have a ID also. Uh, so we are having active tab here, right? uh, Active tab is here and it is called here, and what we are going to do is we have to hide all of the thing. Okay? Mm, when the button, this button has been clicked and this button is doesn't have name. mm, 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 are we calling the same thing? FAQ dot no. Let's have a class also. Tab button dot class name equals to uh, tab. We are having added tab here also. So what we going to do is let okay, sorry, let tab equals to document dot query selector equals into tab. Uh, okay, it's not a simple tab. It's about a class. Okay, and tab dot uh, event add event listener. Add event listener. What you have to do is a click which tab has been clicked, and here we have we're working with the event delegations here, and now we have an event, right? So let's just console.log event dot target. So let's have a console here. So when we click on this, we have a tab, home tab. When we click on this, uh, okay, it's not working with this. Why it's not? We're having a tab for all, right? Um, tab, right? tab dot add event list. Hmm, what's the issue? We have ID button 0, ID 2, tab, okay. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, event listener is we haven't done the user. It is event dot target dot target is equals to double equals to active in tab. Okay, so we are going to do if it is not, it's okay, target dot id. We are having the id, right? Mm, it's not like this thing. We are missing something like this. I think so. What we are missing today? Add event listener. Okay, add event. Uh, we are okay. Okay. Target dot closest. Closest. We are missing the closest is dot tab. Uh, it's not like this. What we just have a reference. So, okay, we were doing something closest dot FAQ. Okay, sorry. First of all, it was not our tab. Let's hide this, and we have a header, right? In the header, we are going to see. It's happening with me. Give me more time, and we are trying to do dot tab. Okay, okay, got it. Okay. By more practice, we are really going to understand more about this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. And let's move forward. Mm-hmm. Okay. What does this thing? Yeah. And here we are having an add event. Let's remove this thing. It is not of use for us. And here we have a constant dot log event target dot closest dot tab. If the event dot target dot id equals to tab, if it is equals to tab, what we're going to do is when we click on this, if it is nearby 0 is equals to 0, and I think so this should be stored somewhere. Okay, let's uh, uh, this thing we can let's current tab equals to this thing we are having. We are going to do is this thing current tab. First of all, we will check if current tab is not there. Okay, current ID is null. What we have to do is return. First of all, we will doing the return there rather than going forward in here. After this, we are going to do is current tab. We have been done, right? Mm, mm, It's going to continue with the question. I don't know what just happened. We have a network issue too much too. Right? If it is not ID, then return. If a current tab dot ID equals to 0, so console dot log, uh, okay, current tab, okay, so it is 0. So remove this thing from now. it's why it is so? Current tab dot closes dot tab. Okay. If it is ID written, why the problem is there? Um, just check this out. What is the issue? Okay, it is the current tab with the active tab, right? That was the issue. Very much. Okay, so today we have back again the Blasty Bob. Welcome to Blasty Bob. Today's session. So, can you give me the roadmap for the learning Learn as a beginner? Yeah, sure. So, first of all, you need to understand the basic understand of HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript. This is the most important thing in every tech stack. If you moving forward with this is the basic things. If you're moving forward the MERN stack or main stack related to the JavaScript. So after getting understand of JavaScript, some of the important concepts are the asynchronous JavaScript, some of the basic OPS concept for understanding design pattern and all, understanding of closures, and little bit basics of the programming stuff related to JavaScript. If this 3 4 items you have been mastered, you are good to begin with the JavaScript. Complete the JavaScript, and you can start from the React thing. First of all, you understood the React, how it's working, how it's has a turn. You can create the UI and great stuff, how to optimize the thing, how you can do fetch data from APIs. Try with you have some free APIs. You can go to Google. There is a API listed down. You can access that and connect with the Open AI something. Not Open AI, Open API something having there. So you can translate or fakeai.com. We are having something, so use that and integrate with your React component to see how the exhaust work, how we are use fetch the API and post the API, fetch, post, get APIs, CRUD operations. Understand how you can do with the uh, integrate the third-party APIs with your React applications. After going with the React, you can move forward with the Express, the backend stuff. So here comes your backend stuff is Express. Understand how the Express is handling the query, how you can create controllers, routing, how can do the basic stuff. Understand, and you can carry on with. After that, you can see understand about the MongoDB, how the query is happening, the MongoDB, and connect it, integrated it, and do the basic stuff, CRUD operations, some create a basic things. After basic things, you will have a mature understanding about the system, and you can create target having a create something. First of all are going forward the same thing, create a to do app list, whether a forecast API. After that, create a, some product in that base and stuff. So first of all, you have to understand what is a JavaScript. The mandatory is the JavaScript. Understand JavaScript mainly. After that, focus on the React thing. Understand how React works, how well how we can deal with it. After that, go with the Express. With the Express only, you can starting a journey with the MongoDB. So all this stuff required the JavaScript. The core is JavaScript. So like this, you can explore and understand and master it. That's it. Let's back to our question. Nice to have you, Blasty boy. Bob. Sorry. Okay. So what we are going to do is, okay, we have to hidden also this thing, right? So for the hidden related thing, we have to first of all create a GUI class. Uh, It's active, uh, active. Let's have a class active, right? Active UI display. It has a first of all hidden. Okay, so all is having a hidden display. So what we have been doing is, while the active UI, uh, we are doing this thing, right? Tab UI, tab button. We are dealing with a tab button. We're not dealing with a tab button. We are dealing with the page description, title, and the page detail, right? So page detail dot class list dot add. We are adding active UI. And what has happened? Active and display hidden or display none. Okay, display none. We are forgot all the time. But it didn't hide anything. Mm, Active UI is there. Uh, Display active UI. But hide. Mhm. How are we going to do this? Active UI. Active UI is, let's just check. Active UI is display none. Okay. Let's just think about it. Display active UI. Okay. Well, display none on, right? A little confused. Display none, display hidden. Let's have a background color, aqua blue. It's not affecting, right? Why it is so? Active UI, active UI, active UI. Right? Uh, Class list dot add active UI. It is not happening. Mm, It should hidden, right? Mm, Why it is so? User display block. Let's give this thing and we to do is uh, display. Okay, event dot style. We are using a proper thing for this. Active AI is in the wrong place. It should be event style. Why it's not working? Are we given some wrong place? Style is here and we are given the display none. Mm, Rather than given a display none, let's have a opacity 0. Opacity is 0. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, no, sorry. Opacity 0. Opacity 1. Opacity 0. So event dot style. We are doing this thing, I think so here, right? Tab UI. Tab UI is here. Tab button is different and the page detail different, right? Mm, Page detail is going with what is the page detail? This is a div right here, and we are trying to hidden this thing. And page title is here, and page description is here. Page title here, page description here, and we are adding this thing here. And what we want to do this, let's have this thing here and tab button, tab UI page detail. Mm, Rather than having, we have a three different thing, page UI, page view. But why it's not working? This is the little suspicious. Rather than this, let's have a class name equals to uh, what is the class name? Class name is active UI. Okay, UI. Okay. So why it's not hidden? Mm, it's a genuine question for us. So, we have a different function as like function of open event and not open event. Here we have a open current and function close current. We're having two different function here apart from this, and we will be using like this. If current ID is here, so what we'll do is close current, and apart from this, we are also doing the open current and close current. What we learned on the last session. First, the issue is why it's not hidden. This is a main div, right? Page detail. Page detail is a main thing, right? And I want to hidden this thing. Page detail. Page detail dot page detail dot style dot display. What I want to do is display none. Okay. Mm, what's the issue? None is not working. Okay, got it. None. Now it's working fine. But why it's didn't get the well, now we got it. This none is working, and we will be added to event. We will just click. Okay, if it is click. But apart from this click, we have to already understand uh, current open current is about a certain thing that it should be. First, let's create a minimum version. If a button is pressed, then it should be having a data, right? Okay. Let's see how we are going to create this. Uh, Current ID equals to, if it is, then it is the creating two things. Okay, let's close this thing. Uh, okay, if it is, then if it is shows. So close the current. Mm. Let me still confused. So we're going to do this. We need an active tab, right? Active tab is currently 0. When act is equals to active tab, if it is else, so what we will be doing is uh, open current tab, and there we are going to pass uh, click this, right? We are going to pass the current tab, and what we get current tab, current tab. When we click on this, if IDs didn't match, if it is different, then open current tab will be open, right? So just see console dot log current tab, and when we click this, we got this, yes, right? So we have to update also. We have to update the active tab. Uh, how we are going to do this? Active tab equals to current tab dot ID. If I do this thing, current tab dot ID. We are getting ID, right? Perform, correct. So we are updating this current tab.id. Apart from this, when it's open current tab, it should toggle the effect also, which is about what we have done is style dot image. Why didn't this work? Dot active UI opacity is 0. I didn't know what just happened there. Uh, style dot block. For now, let's given as this thing. This thing happens. This thing happens. Page dot detail is not defined. Current tab dot display dot style. Okay, it is where I so should display block. Hmm, this is something we have missed or something we have done wrong somewhere. Because it should not like this. Hmm, we have to toggle just class list dot add uh, class list of active UI, right? Active UI. It is active UI, right? Here what we have to do is just class list dot toggle. What is this thing actually? When I click on this, we have a class, right? We have a button. We have just a button. We didn't have the full data. Okay, but what we need is the full data, full box. Okay, we have to need this box, right? Okay. Got it. Understood. So when we are adding, so we will just not to add this thing. We have to add this thing inside our page detail, page detail dot id. So it's having the unique ID, right? And now let's just see when we click on this thing, we got unique ID. If current tab ID, so what we are going to find is just find event.current.tab. Okay, when we click on this, we got a current tab. Instead of tab, should we shouldn't we find this thing? Tab UI. Okay, I think so. Instead of tab, find the tab UI, which is the best thing. And tab UI, if you find, click on this tab UI. mm, You just check this tab UI for now. The tab UI is the spelling error. That's why getting the error. Okay, so it's a fine. Tab UI, we are getting this. Tab UI is having a ID. Okay, tab UI is having a button. Uh, this is the issue. How are we going to figure this out? I don't need a tab UI. like this. And we need this thing, active UI. We need a class active UI, not a tab UI. We need ACT active UI. Okay, function of now. Okay, we didn't get anything from here. Let's focus on how we are going to do active UI. Because when you click this, we can see we have an active UI, right? Mm, target dot close dot active closest dot active UI. So how we are going to create a relationship between from a tab and a active UI. Mm, 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 mm. If you click this is a tab UI, right? If you click this thing, you got a tab UI. Mm, okay, so we have to create a relationship. So when we click this thing, button, tab, it has a home button, tab, and it has a zero ID, right? Which we have to figure it out with this stuff. Uh, but how we are going to create a relation between page detail and active UI and okay. So we have to create a relationship between this and this thing, this tab and okay. Just a second. Let's create a relationship between them. So yeah, we are going to create a relationship between the tab and this thing. Now I'm thinking something. Just a second. So here is tab and this is thing. We have to create a some linking between this. How we are going to do this? Because they both have a same, I think so. This is having a ID and this is also having a ID, right? Uh, but this doesn't have any class. If we're having an active class, right? So what I have to find is we are passing this ID from here and we will check if this is a current active tab. Then we have to close. Let's have a simple analogy. When a user click on the tab home, it should only show the home thing, not the about and contact. If it is shows the about, then it should show the about only, right? So when I click this about, it will pass a ID and it has the same thing. So mm, 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 mm. Mm. So when I click add event in this event has been triggered and about thing is got a ID. We close open current tab. In that we are passing a tab. Instead of tab, let's pass the ID for now. Tab dot ID. We got the ID, right? Passing this ID. Suppose one ID has been passed. And here we are going to find that ID with the rather than tab, we are finding with ID uh, ID with the active class. Okay, we got the ID, current tab, and what we want document dot query selector is about hashtags 0. Uh, do we have a div active UI? Mm, let detail page equals to this thing, and console.log detail page. Okay, and let's uncomment this thing. Okay, so then this thing we are going to check. If it is 2, then failed. Hashtag 0 is not. Okay, where is data? Query selector by id. Okay, so we have a 0 when we, okay, is not a query selector by id. Document dot query selector. mm, let's have all, and we have active AC active UI, right? So when we have a node list 0, we have a node list 0. We're passing active UI, right? mm, let's just check. Don't we have active UI, right? There again the spelling has been mistake, I think so. Active UI. And what is the active? Okay, let's have a shot here only. Right now we are having, when we click this, we have a 3 thing, right? And what I'm going to do is, let's say we use okay, loop here. So detail page dot filter, filter, and here we have a item. Okay, for now let's have an item here. If return item, if it is item dot id equals to current tab. Okay, current tab, we are passing id, right? Id, current tab id, we are passing this thing, current tab id, and we are going to do, if it is true, then return the item, else return null. So can we do this with a for loop? Because we just want to add, right? Instead of that, let's have a for each, and let's not return this thing. If it is true, then we are going to do this thing and return, not return anything. Okay, so what we have to do is, if it is true, then what we will do, item dot what we are going to do is class list dot remove, class list dot toggle active UI. Okay, okay, okay. What about the hero? mm, mm, mm. Just a second, we will figure it out somewhat. First of all, it is a 0, right? So its home should be visible. Add event, okay, when click is happening, when click is not happening, okay, see, it should, okay, current tab is not defined, line number 1 or 2, current tab dot id, okay, it's a current tab id. When it is home, okay, when it's contact, it should be like this. Okay, okay, it is opacity 0, display nuns, we're going to display none. Okay, alpha blue is removed. Okay, So first of all, we figured this out, and let's have this thing. So we figured out the open thing. Now let's have the close. If it is open, then others should be closed, right? The close current should be okay. How the close current is work? Okay. Mm-mm-mm. How are we going to figure out the close current? Well, this is the function add event. We haven't figured it out. Now we have to figure it out about the close current, right? Close current. Let's just wait 2 seconds and understand how we're going to do this. Okay, no issue. Just a second. Mm, we will figure out this thing when we click this and click this. Again, we are same. Now we have to link with this. If it is a home page, then it should be automatically valid. If it is about, then it should be remove. Mm, let's just understand how we are going to figure this out. We can attach this two things together and figure this out. Okay, 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 okay. Little think more, little think more. I don't want this. Okay, home is welcome home, about us, home content. Okay. Mm, 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 how we are going to do this? How we are going to do this? When a person is click about, it shows the about, right? It shows the about. When a person click to about, it shows the about, and it should, when it's click to contact, it should hide the other part and go to the contact and show this part, right? Mm, so mm, current is open current is working fine. Let's like close current. So what we are doing is, if the event is current tab, if active ID, which is first of all zero as active ID, right? So by default it should be rendering, but we will going to see this later. Okay, when this is okay. Now if it is this, so if active ID equals to current active ID, else what we will be do, because first of all I've created this thing. This was the first. This is a zero, and active ID was zero. You can see zero. So it's created. So which means we have been passes the else. We got the else. Pass the current ID. Okay, current ID, and it's a close. So here it should pass the close the current. Okay, here it's got the updated, right? Um, I think so. First it will close the current, and here we will pass the active tab, right? Yeah, active tab close the current, which means let's understand this is the current tab, and we want to type 3. Before passing the 3 ID, uh, it should go to the current tab, which is having a 1. Okay, so it got a 1 current ID. So current tab ID, for now we are looking with this. Okay, it has this thing. What we will be do is doing the same thing, I think so. And here we will going to do find all the detail page. Okay, for now let's okay. When I click this, okay, we are having this thing, and now with this thing, see this here, see this, create and see this. We got this data, and we will do what I need to do is I need to uh oh, why I need to do this? I will just do select all the thing and just add item dot this thing. Yeah, simple. When is this thing? Oh, not toggle. Add active ID. First we will active. Uh, no. We encountered something wrong. Mm-hmm. We encountered something wrong here. First of all, we were suppose this is the listed thing we are having. So active ID is now become the one. So if we click on the two, first is goes the close current tab. It has a current tab ID, suppose. So it's not to be first close, I think so. Because if add active ID all, there will be create a little chaos, right? Okay, let's follow with this thing only for now. What we're going to do is we have a current tab ID, right? If ID this dot, so it should toggle the. Let's suppose this is the first thing. Second, it should the first thing. This is second. It should rest all should also hidden, right? So there is an issue that we are going to create. Let's just add dot for now. Mm, at a first call, we are going to do is open the current active. So here we are doing the open current, and in that I am passing the active tab. So active, first of all, it's open. After that, uh, the problem is this is not hidden. This is the okay, the open. So when it's click on the second thing, right? Uh, if it's active tab equals to active tab, then it should. Uh, let's first of all remove this thing. Okay, if active ID equals to tab, then which is means this thing. This is the correct format, and active tab is equals to, so close the current. Is this relevant here? When it is so close current tab, it is what is a current tab? I think current should be closed like this. No, still not figured out. Okay, so we are having issue with the close current, so we have to figure this out. So when it is a open current tab, it is right. Active current tab, it is a okay. It is have so just assume. Let's assume. Okay, we are good with the add event and the current. Render tab. First of all, render tab is happening. Active is 0. Okay. First of all, this condition satisfy. Got it. Now when I going to create this thing, which means active tag is 0, and what does the condition tell us? If it is not, which is means this condition is got failed, so got to the else, and here else tab we are going to see if about is clicked, active tag not equals to current ID is not equals to active tab, so false. So first it will be close the active tab. So active tab is 0, close current, which means I have to close current ID. We got the ID. We have to close the home, right? Hide this thing. So now we have a current ID. Let's just see what what we have this thing along with current tab ID. uh, when we click this, we have current ID is 0, right, which needs this to be hidden. So we got a 0 here. So what I will do is, current ID tab, if ID item equals to item ID equals to current ID, if item ID equals to current ID, then it should item dot class list dot add active ID. Yeah, it should do that only, but the issue is it's not doing that. If the current ID, I will loop fill all of this. I'm looping all of this, right? uh, Detail, see this, we are getting to do this thing, and we have to do add active ID, add active ID. See, add, but it's not removing, right? What we are going to do is detail. Let's have a toggle only here. We are doing something wrong because it's not the behavior that we are thinking about it. Mm, okay, let's think about it. We have already all cleared all the things that we have been asked in the question. See, click button, compare the active button, close the current, open new, update state. What we are doing? Close the current and open new after that we are going to update state. Close current, we have been close the current. Okay, for now let's doing this thing. When I click this, okay, so it should off, right? But it didn't off. Why it is so? The issue is when I click this thing. Okay, line number 95, let's hide it for now. Okay, now this is the fine thing. So open, we didn't want to do something in open. What is about, we have to hide this thing. Open is fine, we have to work on close. So if we can continue, so when I click this, so it should close the active window. Active tab is this, and select the class active. Okay, it has selected all the class active. In that, remove, let's it has all the remove class active. It's not happening. um, Apart from this, what we have, this means the item you listen. When you click this, item is this thing, right? When we click this, it has a two item, which is active class, about us, and contact information, right? So that is a great, but I need to hide this thing. A little bit confused about this. How we are going to hide this thing? We'll just check and find it out. Mm, how are we going to figure this out? Think a little fast. We are already out of time. Click on this. We have two things: active UI, active UI, about us, and contact. Okay, but now I want to just find this. How we are going to remove this? Okay, because this is not an I have an active UI. current ID. Mm, So this is the issue, right? Mm, Actually, it doesn't have active class. Uh, we rather than active, we also have add something tab page detail. We have to add something page detail. We missed something important is page detail. Page detail has should have a class inner text class list. Okay, apart from this we have to add a okay, first of all before this sorry, page detail dot class name equals to page detail. It should have a class name of a page detail and page detail. Okay, so now what we are going to do is close current and that we will call page detail. Okay, we will be going to call the page detail, and now we are going to see when I click this we got a 3 page detail, and in that if id is I have to add the this thing. Okay, yeah, we figured this out, and now current id open should be open, so it's working fine. Yeah, so finally we completed this task, and I think so it's fabulous, it's happening. Okay, so one thing is missing is about the uh, local data, because it is the adding and removing toggle thing is was about the active UI, and the page detail is the local thing that we are supposed to do. Okay, so let's remove the data for now, unnecessary data. Let's remove this thing from a function, and let's just have a review from the AI, so we can complete our today's task and moving forward with some next level task in our next session. So we have been completed our function. Let's just have a review from a AI. So we have created successfully a tab component, a header component, or a tab component we can say. So it's working fine and creating. So we created it from scratch with vanilla JavaScript and completed. Okay, so if it is null then it should return, right? So it is return also. Okay, we have missed here something. If current tab is something like this null value, so it should return. So it is, if it is click here and there, it should not work. It should yeah, it's working fine. So we have been completed finally, and love to say this. Let's review our task. Okay, so where we are going to review, yeah, here we are going to review. Okay, now let's check once more if we've left out something. Accessibility role tab area selected, we didn't use this area selected true. In other updates we will be checking this thing, index tab and tab panel. These are the little bit things we are missed out this time. uh, okay, so we have been tried this thing, and switch tab we have a hint also, but we avoid this time hint and try to do its own way. But we have in the starting we have a glimpse about this thing. Ground rule. Okay, okay, no, it's not necessary. Let's give a okay, review our solution and give feedback on it. Okay, so this is our solution. Let's check really good improvement. FAQ solution, I can see you're starting to think in the terms of a component architecture instead of just how I make it work. If I reviewing this in an interview, break it down, overall we got 8 out of 10. That is a great thing. So yeah, that's a great We have been done with our critical thinking and solved it. Hence, it's take a little bit more time, but no issue. And we got a 8 out of 10. That is a good. In the last previous first session, we got a 6 out of 6.5 out of 10, which is more improvement. And today we didn't take much AI help also. Last time session we taken the AI help to giving the hint, not the solution. That was a learning motive, and we achieved that. Okay. Remaining 2 points are mostly DOM efficiency and component design, not the correctness. Okay, so it is about the optimized version. Activated 0. Excellent. This is the exactly enter we want to see. Your component almost no. Tab is currently active. Yeah. Event delegations. Okay. Perfect. Instead of for each one attach, you attach one listener. Okay. Okay, small function naturally separated responsibility becomes safe style, easy return. Okay, nesting keep low. Yeah. Things I would improve. ID is becoming string. This is subtle. Okay, current tab ID. Okay, 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 okay. 0 and it is 2. Yeah, actually it's becoming the 2. So we are supposed to use the number method for avoiding this thing. This is the first thing we got. Okay, understood. Professional code cares about consistency. Okay, we have to maintain the consistency using the number method. Okay, just searching for the DOM repeatedly, query.page detail, then loop. Later, query selector all and active UI. Okay, then loop. Imagine 200 tabs every click. Oh, not ideal. So how we can do is document dot get element by ID. Okay, rather than doing this thing, we can just use the document ID tab. Instead of using selector all this, we can use directly ID. Okay, we will be make this noticeable for next session and try to uh, complete this whole thing. Open current does not much searching. Okay, so I would rather. Okay, so our senior engineer will be rather than select all, it will be get ID. Okay, and remove. Okay, avoiding the looping because this looping is unnecessary and unoptimized thing. So we will be optimizing. Close current session, same issue. Need to loop. Okay, so avoiding the loop here. We will remember this thing. We have to avoid the loop. Apart from this, do we have you are using the CSS class as a state? Biggest architecture improvement I will show it active UI, which means hidden. Okay, imagine active UI expect visible. Okay, so class name should be hidden or hidden UI is hidden like this. Okay, so making a consistency in the class name also. Rendering page detail inside for each. You notice render create button, create page, create title function is already getting long. Okay, so I would extract create tab button, create page, render, create tab button, create page. Okay, okay, got it. So rather than including all the functionality, more functionality into a single function, break it down into a more small function. So it makes a component and easy to grow. Okay, got it. Button state only switch content. Active button never changes. Usually expect active about normal, normal. Okay. Okay. So open current, show context, highlight button. Okay, got it. Okay, okay. Hidden assumption. Page.id equals to tab.id. Works because button ID and the page ID are identical. Okay, that's okay. Okay, okay, got it. Maybe, but maybe clear would be data dat ID and page equals to page dash ID. Page 2. Okay, this is a little bit confusing. Then button extract the ID and find page. No collision. We will look into this thing. Okay. One thing that impressed me, current tab equals to close active. You consider clicking the same tab. Many beginner don't. Okay, so we are having a little bit upper edge for now. Even if the behavior isn't what I would choose, the fact that you thought about the case is a good sign. Probably I will do current ID equals to tab, so then returns, because most tab components keep that current tab open. Okay, if this were a front-end interview, I would probably ask, can we avoid looping over the every page on every? That would be easy follow-up. Yeah, we will avoid the loop, no loop during the interactions. Okay, so we got an interview tip also. So we have to avoid the looping because it is killing the optimized thing. So we can remove that looping. Yes. Yeah, that's it. I think so. How think you are progressing? Your fact solutions about making the behavior work. The tab solutions show starting to design components with clear responsibility and state. Yeah, we understood now about the design component. At first, the previous session, we just understood how the behavior works. Now we are understood that solution behavior works. Apart from this, we are also starting to design components with a clear responsibility and state. Got it? Okay, that's a shift from find everything decide. I already know exactly what I change is the make the low level code clean, feel and scalable. So that's a motive to more understanding and have a low level UI code and better scalable. So architecture, we got 4.5, state management 5 out of 5, DOM elevation 4, performance is 3, is mostly because of the loop is we have been using. So yeah, that's a good thing. So let's see for what we will be going to see in the next session. So now we will going to increase our level by little step, and moving with more real world problems in our system design plus DOM plus OPS plus sync.js. So make sure it's a little step towards uh, next version. So give a question for our next session, plus maintain a concise context about today's session. So yeah, that's it. So we will having a tomorrow in the next sessions we will having this thing. Okay, instead of jumping to tabs to something like Kanban board, we will increase only one dimension of a complexity at a time. That's you build institutions rather than memorizing the pattern. Yeah, we will be more working on the institution. Today's summary context. Okay, event delegation, state management, main feedback, keep state single source, avoid queuing, looping. I prefer. Okay, got it. BS learning. Next session we have a toast notification system. Okay, so we have been practicing the notification system in OOPS concept, and now we are going to see those toast notification system in the real world application. Uh, so that's interesting. Yeah, let's not go to deep more. Let's have a simple context, and in the next session we are going to move forward the low level design with the questions by solving a toast notification system. Okay, so let's store that thing for now. So next session is going to have uh, the this thing. So in the next thing we are going to have a toast notification system. So that's it from my side, and yeah, great to have you. So if you are still watching, show the love in the comment section. We will love to see that, and love you, and meet you in the next session. Till then, have a nice day. Okay. Good night. Radhe Radhe. Meet you in the next meeting, next session. Till then, bye bye. Let's stop. Okay, and now let's just